It's the Tight Jacket
Yes,
Show.
it is. It's your boy Tight Jacket.
Tight.
It's the Tight Jacket Show.
Put your jacket on, tight jacket. Tight. Tight jacket. Put your jacket on, tight jacket. Tight. It's the Tight Jacket Show. It's the Tight Jacket Show. Tight. It's the Tight Jacket Show. Tight. It's the Tight Jacket Show. It's the Tight Jacket
Yes,
Show.
it is. It's your boy Tight Jacket, one of the nuttiest of them all. I'm here to tell y'all about something. You got to be able to survive, brother love. Can you survive, brother love? Can you survive Diddy, who looking for the shitty? I asked myself, I said, can I survive Diddy if he was looking for the shitty? I would have had to pop that boy. We got some stories about Diddy. We got some shit going on Ja Rule. Ja Rule was tampered with by Diddy. We know Usher got some of the shitty. Christopher Williams. Andre Harrell. He's been a boy toy. He's been the boy joy for the no boys. But I'm gonna let you check it.
Told him that it was a car crash. Her idea was to shelter him from all things bad, and she even moved him into the suburbs. So in the 6th grade, the family moved to the city of Mount Vernon, and Sean attended a private Montessori school. In many cases, going from inner city to a private school can be a struggle, but not for a young Sean Combs. He was highly intelligent and charismatic, an instant leader amongst boys. So Sean spent the rest of his adolescence in Mount Vernon.
Funny looking ass. A+ alligator built ass dude. Dude, little shiny thumb looking ass dude. Dude, ugly. Look, slime bucket looking ass dude. You look like what's dude that rap from he in jail with Spider Gang? You look like dude though. They know who I'm talking about. Tech guy. That's who the fuck dude look like. You don't get your southern bed bug looking ass up out of here, bro.
Arriving amongst his wealthier classmates. After high school, his good grades led him to the prestigious Howard University. There, he became an absolute star in all facets. He joined a fraternity and was known for throwing the best parties in DC. On top of this, he started...
See, I told y'all, he started throwing parties in D.C. with Aunt Glizzy older brother. They was on some gay, I ain't gonna say gay, they was on some freaky shit back then. And all the Glizzies, Aunt Glizzy, Shy Glizzy, that's how he got the name Shy Glizzy, because he didn't want to take the Glizzy. The Glizzy, if y'all know what they call a Glizzy basically is a hot dog and yeah, okay then.
A cab service that would safely take home drunk students after parties. He was already a natural businessman, and everyone knew that he was destined for success. All he had to do was wait patiently for his first major opportunity. For him, this would come rather early. In fact, it was in 1989 after his freshman year. While home in Mount Vernon, he linked up with a good childhood friend named Dwight Myers, also known as Heavy D.
Looking ass dude. Rest in peace to him though. Big baby.
Growing up, Heavy D was like a big brother to Sean, a mentor in many ways. Well, Heavy was a talented rapper, and by 1989 he signed a major deal with Uptown Records. So over the summer he introduced his friend Sean to the owner of Uptown Records, a respected mogul by the name of Andre Harrell.
People, look at Andre's smile. Was waiting on a child.
Right off the bat, Andre took a special liking to a young Sean
The folding of the arms should have made him alarmed.
Combs, like an oddly special liking. I guess he saw major potential in him because he decided to give him a major opportunity right away. So in the summer of 1989, Sean was hired as an intern at Uptown Records. Over the summer, Sean spent countless hours in the studio and in meetings with major artists from around the country. It was truly a dream come true for a freshman in college, something that's pretty much unheard of.
I just bet.
Well, the fall comes around and Sean has to return to campus in DC. Andre didn't want him to go and tried to convince him to drop out and stay with the label, but
Stay with the label or stay with him?
Sean's mother was not having it. So together they came to a compromise. Twice a week, Sean would take the train from DC to New York to be at the Uptown office. This was 4 hours each way, meaning that Sean spent a total of 16
Dude look like Funny Mike looking ass dude. 22 Savage looking ass dude. He do look like a glizzy too. He do look like he's some kin to Ant. That look like Ant, like older uncle and shit. Somebody used to throw him off top of the bunk bed, then land on his booty and shit. Freaky little ass Washington DC motherfuckers, bro.
hours a week just to remain an intern at Uptown. This really didn't make any sense. What could he bring to the table that required him to do all of this hassle? Well, you might find out in just a second, so hold on. This crazy lifestyle continued for a few months until Andre Harrell put his foot down. He offered him a full-time job at the label if he would drop out of Howard and return back to New York. Sean accepted it and it worked out extremely well. This is because at just 20 years old, Sean was promoted to the vice president of the label. Whoa, now we're all thinking the same thing, aren't we? Why in the world would Andre Harrell promote a 20-year-old to the vice president of his label?
He gave him that booty. There is no other answer. Andre Harrell, rest your soul. If you gone, I don't know what the hell yet, but it sounds like some gay shit. It sounds like you groomed this young man. Or he probably would have been like his daddy on some mob. That's why he kind of mobbish gay. I guess because he got a little of his father in him and Andre Harrell been in him.
The music industry is one of the hardest to crack, and for most it takes decades to get this position. So how did Sean Combs really get this job so young? And that leads us to a little bit of deep diving history. Back in the day, Andre Harrell had a very similar story to Sean Combs. He was another college student in the Bronx hoping to one day work in the music industry. And while in college, he was discovered by a legendary music mogul by the name of Clive Davis.
Then you know Clive. Clive then dived in a lot of these jive ass niggas. Allegedly killed Whitney. Had her killed.
For those who don't know, Clive is famous for founding Arista Records and for being one of the first moguls to come out of the closet. While Clive took a special liking to Andre and took him under
Gay people don't take special liking to straight people. They're always paranoid around straight people. Special liking mean a special licking. Special licking mean there was a special dicking.
his wing in the music industry. Long story short, in 1985, Andre was given funding to start his own music label, one called Uptown Records. So just like Puff, Andre went out and discovered underground rappers, one of which being Heavy D. So again, this begs the same question: how did Andre get this position at such a young age? Well, according to Sean's former assistant, it's all a power dynamic with Clive Davis at the top. The insinuation is that the boss takes advantage of a young intern and will pay them back later on.
He loves the ability to manipulate and control people. Why? Most likely because he was victimized by his mentor, who loved to control people.
And his mentor was
Andre Harrell.
Tell us how
who
was
was
he picked up?
mentored by Clive Davis.
Don't tell me that Andre Harrell got by Clive Davis too. Don't tell me that Andre Harrell got by Clive Davis too.
Regardless of the truth, stories like these have always been rumored in entertainment. Essentially, you get taken advantage of by those in power, and that's how you make it in your industry. Then the idea is that over time, the former victims become the perpetrators. Now, of course, these are all just rumors, but Jaguar does get more specific. When Sean was hired at Uptown, Andre Harrell had a personal assistant named Kim Porter, and the rumor states that she caught Sean doing special favors for Andre.
Special favors that she also caught Christopher Williams giving Buffy special favors.
But then again, you know, you had it in for Andre because Andre used to make you and Kim Porter had footage of it.
Is that why Kim Porter ended up mysteriously getting sick and dying?
The rumors have never proven to be true, but they will be important later on. Well, make of all that what you want, but the fact is that Sean's career took off from here. After becoming the vice president of Uptown, Sean truly put his head down and grinded for success. He scouted the local underground scene in order to find his first diamond in the rough. This is how he discovered his first artist in 1991, an MC out of Long Island by the name of Craig Mack.
Craig Mack made Bad Boy. He an ugly motherfucker though, what was. That nigga looked like a plum jumped off the tree, was bruised up already, just jumped off the tree and got punched. That nigga, boy, damn.
Craig was an instant success, but Sean wasn't satisfied with just him. While scrolling through the Source magazine, Sean was intrigued by a rapper in the unsigned hype section. This would be a young rapper out of Brooklyn by the name of Notorious Big. So in March of 1992, Sean got in contact with Big and brought him to the studio. He was blown away by his talent and instantly signed him to Uptown Records. Boom, this was his next Uptown protege. Now I know what you're thinking, but Biggie was a certified street dude and he was not going for that. It was strictly a business relationship, and here is where things get interesting. It's the fall of 1992 and Biggie completes his first album to be released. The debut album is called Ready to Die, and both him and Sean feel very strongly about the project. But there's a major problem in the way. Uptown's parent company refuses to release the album. They expressed that the album was not to their liking and contained too many explicit lyrics. As you would expect, Sean was upset and so was Biggie. Sean did not respond well to the decision, and because of this, he was fired from Uptown Records in late 1992. This was devastating, but Andre Harrell had his back no matter what.
Final straw for me was when MCA wanted me to not put out the Biggie Smalls album because they didn't like the subject matter, and they wanted me to tell him he's got to change his tone. And it wasn't up to me, I felt, to tell a generation what they could and could not do artistically. So I knew it wasn't going to work because he...
Listen, that's a gay speech. Nothing personal, but that's someone who believes everyone has rights speech. That's a gay speech. Listen to him. Petty gay too, though.
He was coming from a new space and a new era, and Biggie Smalls was more like in the streets and telling street stories. And he told him, well, I'm really letting you go so you could get rich. I'm really letting you go so you could get rich.
But was this really the case, or was something else at play? Puff had just gotten fired from his dream job at the age of 23. Most people would be devastated, but Sean fell right back on his feet. Just a month after being fired, Sean started his own label called Bad Boy Records. Obviously, the 23-year-old didn't have the pockets to fund it himself, so it was initially a partnership with Arista Records. Wait, let's get this straight. So Sean was fired by Uptown and then given his own label by Uptown's bosses. How does that make sense?
They finally got the booty that they was waiting on. They played chess, not checkers, bitch.
Well, it's possible that Jaguar Wright was correct.
He stepped around Andre Harrell and gave you the keys to the kingdom. Andre was in line.
So again, here's the idea. Andre Harrell had to do special favors for Clive Davis in order to be hired and then get his own label. And once Andre established his label, he repeated the same cycle on Sean Combs. But for former Uptown singer and assistant Jaguar Wright, she believes that Clive Davis was in on it as well. I guess her idea is that Sean did things for Andre in order to be hired, and then he did things for Clive.
Look at Puffy pouty lips. Pouty lips, he like, I'm mad at Clive Davis. Looking at
In order to climb the ranks. And being that Clive is above both of them, he had the authority to give Sean his own label.
Andre got passed over. Like, how do you go from being the president of Uptown and losing your entire company to your intern?
And I played that one because I wanted y'all to see a little of what was going on with P. Diddy and shit, how he liked the shitty boo, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of other things, but then I want to just play a little of this other one, and then we'll go from there. Okay? Here we go.
Stuff that happened back in the day. And then maybe that if they knew there was gonna ever be a YouTube or they knew there was gonna ever be social media, a lot of the stuff probably wouldn't have got played out like it did. But things happen and these are just stories from the past. I would like to use that as, what you call that, just to clear the facts up what's going on. But it all started, we was in Atlanta. And this story starts when I'm with Puff and he's in exotic bookstores and he's doing shopping. Right, he's shopping, getting
Being
stuff
nasty.
and everything like that. So, you know, this is the first time I was ever in an exotic bookstore with Puff. So, you know, I'm giving him his space. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that because they gave him a brown paper bag. When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, you know, he got to go put it on the counter and, you know, show everybody what he's getting. So as he going, I'm just looking at the places where he picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I'm like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plugs.
Now the butt plugs was for Ja Rule, y'all. Ja Rule, Usher, probably French Montana too, cause he quiet lately too. He probably bruised his booty too though.
And I was like, hey yo, I was messing with him. Cause people don't understand, you know, we was like friends. He was a part of the same gang, so I'm still gonna tease him. I'm still gonna mess with him and everything like that. I could do that. It wasn't just no security thing. So I say, yo, what are you getting this for? And it said butt plugs, and he was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yeah, you could do it by yourself, brother. And he started walking and everything like that. When he got to, I just waited at the counter. When he got to the counter, he didn't even have to show the guy nothing. He just gave the guy a wad of money. I mean, like, he gave the guy a stack something like this. And Puff wasn't the dude that carried no 20s and no 50s and nothing.
That was so that man won't let people know that he bought butt plugs, man. The man been plugging niggas' booties for a while. White people booties, just it's a butt plug. Who booties was he? His booty, popping them
like that. And I mean, like, he just said, boom. And we walked out the store. So we had to leave Atlanta and go to North Carolina for a show. You understand? And it was him, this rapper, Sarah, and this other girl. We all got on a G5 jet, and we flew to G4 jet, and we flew to North Carolina. So later on that, I think that afternoon, same day, this rapper and him, they all in the room together. You know, it's Sarah, the girl, Puff, and this dude, this rapper. So I'm hearing at the door and stuff like that, like, yeah. So then next thing you know, somebody rang the doorbell. We had the presidential suite where we was at. So I opened the door and the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff. They're in the room, they busy, they don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bruh, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothered. He was like, yo, I don't care, man. I'm going in there. That bullshit like that. I said, yo, bruh, Jesus Christ had to come down here and take the air out of my body before you get in that room right there. Watch. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed his and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, G, that's my cousin. He know me well. You know, and Puff was like, yo, G, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on. So I was like, oh, he said it was a lot of freaking going on. So that was basically that story, man. You know what I'm saying? They went back in the room. Dude felt a certain kind of way, and he left out. So I seen them at the concert the next day, and they tried to, form up against me. But my man Frank was like, I told my man Frank, I was like, yo, Frank, put yourself in that position. Somebody trying to get in the room, and Ja told you don't let nobody get in the room. What would you do? Now, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, man, but I ain't taking no losses. He said, yo, you good, and that was it. Bro, when Ja said, you don't want to come up in there, a lot of freaky stuff is going on. You got to use your mind. What they was doing with those butt plugs.
Right. We know.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Life after death.
But to his son named Sean, he was his everything. Sean was in elementary school when his father passed away, and his mother always told him that it was a car crash. Her idea was to shelter him from all things bad, and she even moved him into the suburbs.
She shouldn't have never moved his ass out there. He probably fucked all of them white boys.